Hi guys, this is Mamian. So guys, after you have watched the series on your cardiac dysrhythmias and heart blocks, guys, come here and let's try and ratio some questions. Tingnan natin if carry na ng knowledge nyo based on those videos to answer these questions, okay? So guys, these are board-sensitive questions and NCLEX-sensitive questions. Guys, first muna, number 1, Xiao, a client with atrial fibrillation is being monitored by the nurse. The nurse should watch him closely for guys, letter A, cardiac arrest. Letter B, cerebrovascular accident. Letter C, heart block. Letter D, ventricular fibrillation. What's the best answer? Very good. If you answered no other than bravo, cerebrovascular accident. Guys, cerebrovascular accident, is that your stroke? Yes. What did we say about atrial fibrillation? AFib mo. Ang pinaka may high risk information of your clot. Tama? High risk for clot formation or thrombus formation kapag atrial fibrillation. Kasi from the word itself, nag-fibrillate lang ang atrium mo or ang upper chamber ng heart. Ibig sabihin, eme-eme lang siya imbes na tumibok or mag-contract ng maayos. Kasi ano ba ang function ng atrium mo, guys? Is it to contract, to give the blood to the ventricles? Yes. So if it's just fibrillating, fibrillatory contractions lang ang meron, hindi maayos. So hindi nakaka-squeeze ng maayos na blood papunta kay ventricles? Yes. So may blood stasis ba sa chambers ng atrium? Yes. So guys, pag may blood stasis, alam mo yan. Can that form clots? Yes. Can that form a thrombus? Yes. So if you have a clot and a thrombus risk, when you throw the clot to the brain's circulation, can you cause a stroke? Yes. Cerebrovascular accident? Yes. What kind of stroke, guys? Alam mo yan, ischemic stroke. The stroke that is caused by a clot or thrombus in the brain's circulation. Correct? Yes. So that's the best answer. Guys, cardiac arrest? No. Because atrial fibrillation is not a cardiac arrest or a rhythm of arrest. Ano yon? Guys, you know this. That's your VTAC na pulseless, di ba? That's your cardiac arrest or your VFib or ventricular fibrillation. Yan lang naman ang mga cardiac arrest mo. Heart block? Definitely not because it's not an atrial problem but rather you're looking at the PR interval. Yan yung ating in-emphasize. Claro, the PR interval. So, walang sinabing PR interval dyan, so hindi yan heart block. Guys, ventricular fibrillation, that's a cardiac arrest or the rhythm of arrest. So, definitely you cannot answer A or D in this situation because they mean the same thing. So, the best answer is what? Bravo. Bravo only. Claro? Yes. Next, number 2 naman. The nurse is assessing Diluk who recently had a myocardial infarction. So, nag-MI si Diluk, guys. The nurse notes the cardiac rhythm shown below. See figure. Okay, so ito. Guys, the nurse knows the cardiac rhythm shown below and the nurse identifies this rhythm as. Oh, guys, rhythm identification. Tell me, what's that? Guys, they look like they're all just mountains. They look like they are a sore thumb. Guys, parang mga thumb na pinaglapit-lapit. Ano yan? You call that your what? The only correct answer is your what? Ventricular tachycardia. Tama. So guys, tell me, di ba? Pinag-usapan natin to doon sa iyong ventricular dysrhythmias. Pag nakita mo yan sa monitor, what is the first thing you do? You know this, you will check for a pulse. Check for a pulse first kasi alam natin, ventricular tachycardia can either be a with pulse or the one that is pulseless. Guys, alin dyan ang rhythm of arrest mo? You know it. That's your ventricular tachycardia na pulseless. While the ventricular tachycardia na with pulse, that's the one na you can manage with cardioversion. Correct? Yes. And your amiodarone. While a pulseless ventricular tachycardia, that's your rhythm of arrest. What you're gonna do? You defibrillate. And then you give your CPR. And then you give your epinephrine. Correct? Yan yung algorithm natin for that. So, very good. That one is a ventricular tachycardia. If it's an atrial fibrillation, it's the problem on the P wave. Correct? Sino yung pangit? Sino yung ugly, chaotic, erratic? Si P wave mo. Kasi atrial fibrillation. But your QRS, is it perfect? Yes. So this one just looks like big QRS segment. So it's just a ventricle that is tachycardic in nature. So D is the best answer. Atrial tachycardia, guys. Walang ganyan na term, okay? Atrial tachycardia. Premature ventricular contractions, then you see a PVC na pasulpot-sulpot. Claro? But the P, QRST, they are still all perfect. You just have a QRS that is pasulpot-sulpot. Claro? Yes, very good. Guys, number 3, another naman on a rhythm identification. Catching with the history of myocardial infarction is in the surgical unit following a gastric resection. She suddenly complains of chest pains. The nurse obtains the electrocardiogram shown in the figure. What should the nurse do first? Guys, ikaw na. Anong gagawin mo pag nakita mo ang rhythm na yan? First question, what kind of rhythm is that? Dapat ang sagot mo, that rhythm is what? A ventricular fibrillation, okay? Ventricular fibrillation. Yan guys ha, kasi nag-fibrillate lang ang ventricle dyan. Can you see a proper P wave? Wala. Can you see a proper QRS and T wave? Wala. So, ugly rhythm lang na erratic and chaotic, imperfect. So, that's a ventricular fibrillation. Guys, tell me, ventricular fibrillation, is that a cardiac arrest? Is that a rhythm of arrest? Yes. So guys, therefore, if it's a cardiac arrest, the first, tulad nung sinabi natin doon, which one is your priority? The only correct answer is no other than to call the rapid response team. Okay? Call the rapid response team, guys, ha? Huwag kang sumagot ng oxygen. Baka isipin mo ABC. Anong sabi natin? Pag cardiac arrest, pag puso ng mga problema, ang inuuna natin is ano? Circulation first, before the airway, before the breathing. CAB. It gets reversed. The priority becomes CAB. Kaya ang una nating gagawin kapag may cardiac arrest, guys, do we immediately defibrillate? Yes, defibrillate the patient first to restart and reboot this erratic, chaotic, ugly rhythm. Defibrillate. Then, you give your high-quality CPR. Guys, on the CPR, that's the only time you ventilate, diba? Kasi that's 30 compressions to 2 ventilations. So, yung 2 ventilations dyan, yan yung airway management mo. And then, you also give your epinephrine. Claro? So, all of that centered around the C. And then, dito sa ventilations, the A. So you don't administer oxygen first, claro, because that's a rhythm of arrest. You address first the arrest of the heart, cardiac muna or circulation muna ang priority. Guys, you do not inspect the patient's incision. Kasi in an electrocardiogram, pag nakikita mo yan, lalo na kapag nag-complain siya ng chest pain. Klaro ba? Yes. And sabi ba dito, kakagaling niya lang sa MI. So likely ba, di ba, tinuro natin sa MI discussion natin dito, guys, that one of the most immediate complication of a myocardial infarction, that's your what? Ventricular fibrillation ba? Yes. Pati ventricular tachycardia na pulseless ba? Yes. In short, cardiac arrest ba? Yes. Okay? Perfect. So guys, yan ang gagawin mo ha. The first thing you do, call the rapid response team and activate your ACLS protocol. The entire thing na diniscuss natin dito, giving CPR, giving defibrillation, giving your epinephrine, this is part of your ACLS management. When you say ACLS, that's your advanced cardiac life support. Claro? Yes. Guys, you don't need to reposition the ECG electrodes. This one is a clear-cut ventricular fibrillation. Hindi yan magagaya ng ECG na misplaced. Okay? Guys, kahit ma-misplace mo pa ang ECG kasi mali ang pagkakalagay mo, hindi yan magiging ventricular fibrillation, ha? Hindi. Hindi pwedeng mangyari yan. Ang mangyayari, makikita mo grounded ang leads but the leads are there. Okay? May leads ka makikita. Or minsan, guys, no, ang closest to a ECG electrode na displaced, pwede siyang maging asystole lang na straight. Okay? Maging asystole na straight. Pero ang pasyente mo, complaints of chest pain. Hindi pwedeng ano yun na asystole. Kasi buhay siya. Dapat sa asystole, patay siya. Klaro? Yes. So, ayan guys. Klaro ba yan? The best answer is C. Next, number 4. Alhaitham has frequent bursts of ventricular tachycardia on the cardiac monitor. A nurse is most concerned with this dysrhythmia because, letter A, it is uncomfortable for the client, giving a sense of impending doom. Letter B, it produces high cardiac output that quickly leads to cerebral and myocardial ischemia. Letter C, it is almost impossible to convert to a normal sinus rhythm. Or letter D, it can develop into ventricular fibrillation at any time. Guys, ano yan? May frequent burst of ventricular tachycardia. Ba't ka nag-aalala? Guys, the only correct answer is no other than delta. Okay? It can develop into a ventricular fibrillation at any time. That's the only correct answer here. Why? You tell me. Guys, did we say ventricular tachycardia? Pwedeng maging pulseless, pwedeng maging with a pulse? Yes. So guys, pag lagi siya nagkakaroon yan, there's frequent burst of ventricular tachycardia. Pwede yan maging ventricular tachycardia na pulseless hanggang maging ventricular fibrillation. Those rhythm, you call them your rhythms of arrest, your cardiac arrest. Okay? Papunta na yun dun, guys, sa exciting na part. Basta nagve-ventricular tachycardia ng pasyente mo, pwedeng yung rhythm ng heart mo mas ma-disrupt pa, going a step further to a ventricular fibrillation. Kaya nga sinabi natin, ayaw natin ng ventricular tachycardia, gusto natin i-terminate ang rhythm na yan kaagad. Klaro? Yes. Guys, letter A, hindi ka lang concerned kasi uncomfortable sa patient mo yan, nagbibigay ng impending doom. Mas uncomfortable ka kapag nag-cardiac arrest siya, which is letter D. That's what letter D is saying. Mas likely mag-cardiac arrest siya, kaya ka concerned. Karo? Yes, it's not just because of the sense of impending doom. Guys, high cardiac output is wrong. If high cardiac output yan, masaya tayo kasi maganda ang perfusion sa organ. Tapos sabi dito, quickly leads to cerebral and myocardial ischemia, mali. Kasi pag sinabi mong ischemia, that's the direct opposite of a high cardiac output. Ibig sabihin yan, may ischemia ka sa heart at sa brain kasi mababa ang cardiac output mo. Eh, di baliktad. No, the letter B does not make sense at all. Letter C, it's almost impossible to convert to a normal sinus rhythm. Guys, no, that's wrong. You can convert that. You have a chances of converting that by delivering your defibrillation. Correct? Defibrillation. So, pwede. Guys, in a tachycardia, guys, sabi dito, si Alheta, may frequent burst of tachycardia. Pag yan with a pulse, you can give your cardioversion. Pag yan without a pulse, you can give defibrillation. Claro? Yes. To try and convert it into a normal sinus rhythm. Guys, kung imposible pala mo-convert yan to a normal sinus rhythm, ba't pa tayo magbibigay ng shock, di ba? Yes, your literature will tell you otherwise. There are a lot of chances you can revive the patient by not delaying defibrillation or cardioversion to the patient that needs it the most, which is a patient with ventricular tachycardia. Klaro ba? Yes. Next, number 5. The nurse is caring for Barbara who has atrial fibrillation. In addition to an antidysrhythmic, what medication does the nurse plan to administer? Alam na alam mo to. Sabi natin, pag atrial fibrillation, you are at risk for the formation of clots. So, letter A, heparin. Letter B, atropine. Letter C, dobutamine. Letter D, magnesium sulfate. The only correct answer is no other than your what? Antithrombotics. That's your heparin along with your warfarin. Tama? Yes. Guys, tell me, heparin, is that the one you give subcutaneous and intravenous? Yes. Is that the one with the faster onset? Yes. The other one, guys, antithrombotics na pwede mong ibigay. Kasi atrial fibrillation, sabi natin, high risk for clot formation or thrombus. Guys, warfarin, that's the one you give per orem. That's the one in tablet form. But that's the one with slower onset. Klaro? Yes, very good. Atropine sulfate, guys, alam mo to, binibigay natin yan sa mga bradina rhythm. Tama? Na may hemodynamic instability. Diba? Sinabi natin yan. We give atropine para sa mga bradycardic na rhythm kapag may hemodynamic instability of the brain, heart, and body. Correct? Altered level of consciousness, chest pain, and your low blood pressure or hypotension. Dobutamine is the drug you give to try and bump up the blood pressure of the patient. Ito, atrial fibrillation, ang risk natin is on the clot. That's what we focus on. That's why the best answer is heparin. Guys, tell me, what kind of dysrhythmia we give your magnesium sulfate? Tinuro natin to. The one that looks like Arctic monkeys. Okay? Guys, that's your torsa de poa. Diba? Torsades de pointes or torsa de poa. The one that looks like Arctic monkeys. You also call that your polymorphic ventricular tachycardia. Tama ba? Yes. Polymorphic kasi different shapes, different sizes, and different lengths. Claro? Yes. But ventricular tachycardia of nature. That's your what? Your torsa de poa. Or torsades de pointes. Ikaw na bahala kung paano mo gusto i-pronounce. Potato, potato. Correct? Yes. Guys, number 6. The nurse is caring for child who has unstable angina. and whose cardiac monitor shows ventricular tachycardia. Which action is appropriate to implement first? Guys, tell me. Letter A, defibrillate the client, 200 joules. Guys, letter B, check the client for a pulse. Letter C, cardiovert the client at 50 joules. Or letter D, give the client IV lidocaine. What's your best answer? Tell me, what's your best answer? Guys, a top-notcher would answer no other than letter B. Check for a pulse. Anong meron? Ventricular tachycardia, guys. Sino? Saan mo nakita? Sa cardiac monitor. Guys, what did we say? If you see your sore thumb appearance on the monitor, the first thing you do is to what? Check for a pulse ba? Yes. Kasi ventricular tachycardia, pwede bang may pulse? Yes. Pwede bang maging pulseless ventricular tachycardia? Yes, exactly. Both of them, different ang management? Yes, precisely. So tell me guys, ventricular tachycardia, pag check mo ng pulse, walang pulse, anong gagawin mo? Edit letter A. Pero guys, ventricular tachycardia, pag check mo may pulse, anong gagawin mo? Eh di letter C, di ba? So magkaiba ang magiging sagot mo. So sino talaga ang may hawak? Guys, for you to decide what to do with the patient, letter B, check for a pulse, correct? Yes, so again ha, do not forget, if it's ventricular tachycardia, the first thing you will do is no other than to palpate the patient's pulse. If there's a pulse, then that's your ventricular tachycardia with a pulse, you manage accordingly. Like what we did, di ba? Cardiovert, amiodarone, sotalol. Klaro? Guys, pag yan ventricular tachycardia na pulseless, alam mo na yan. Ang gagawin mo, defibrillate, CPR, epi. Okay, very good. So guys, hindi kailangan ng IV lidocaine ha. Anong sabi natin? Guys, IV lidocaine, no? If I may just add this on the discussion. This one is the old one used for your VTAC. Guys, ginagamit yan siya dati for VTAC aside from your amiodarone. Diba? Ang tinuro ko sa inyo is that cardiovert and then amiodarone. Correct? Yes, yun na yung pinaka-latest ngayon sa literatures nyo and your ACLS protocol. Guys, pero anong sabi guys, no, sa literature mo? In your VTAC with a pulse. Yung may pulse na VTAC. Guys, pag walang amiodarone, that's the only time you can give lidocaine. Claro? Pag wala, in the absence of amiodarone. But, what's the first line of drug for pharmacologic cardioversion? Amiodarone. Claro ba yun? Yes, do not forget. Okay? So, sabi mo lidocaine, again, that's in the olden times. You give lidocaine if amiodarone is not available. Did I make myself clear? Yes. Okay? Okay, so let's move on. Number 7. A client, Beto, is admitted after using crack cocaine, guys, and develops ventricular fibrillation. Oh my. After determining unresponsiveness, which action should the nurse take next? Guys, tell me, anong gagawin mo? Letter A, defibrillate 200 joules, establish IV access, or place an oral airway and ventilate, or start CPR. Ano ang rhythm? Unresponsive, V-fib. The only correct answer is no other than alpha. Defibrillate 200 joules. Guys, what did we say about the V? Guys, defi. Basta may V, i-defi ba? Yes, like your ventricular fibrillation and your ventricular tachycardia na pulseless. Correct? Why? Are they your rhythms of arrest? Yes, guys, V-fib is that cardiac arrest, ventricular fibrillation. Yes. So guys, kaya nga unresponsive ang pasyente mo. No pulse, no breathing. Ang first, sabi, take next. Anong first na gagawin mo? Number 1, letter A. Number 2, the second thing you do is letter D. Okay? And then along that, you can do your oral airway and ventilate the patient. Kasi sabi natin CPR is 30 chest compressions is to 2 ventilations. Correct? Yes. Okay? And then along that, you do your establishment of IV to be ready to give your epinephrine. 1:1,000 every 3 to 5 minutes as ordered by the doctor. Clara? Yes. Perfect. So the best answer is letter A. Next, letter number 8. In teaching clients like Noel who are at risk for, guys, brady. dysrhythmias. So, mga dysrhythmia na mabagal ang heart rate. What information does the nurse include? Letter A, avoid potassium-containing foods. Letter B, stop smoking and avoid caffeine. Letter C, take nitroglycerin for a slow heartbeat. Or letter D, use a stool softener. Sige daw, critical thinking daw. Guys, bradydysrhythmia, mabagal ang heart rate. Anong gagawin mo para hindi bumagal ang heart rate niya? The only correct answer is no other than Delta. Use a stool softener. Klaro ba? Yes. Guys, bakit? Kapag bradycardia ka, guys, pwede ka bang mag-Valsalva maneuver? No. Alam mo to, vagal response, vagal stimulation, Valsalva maneuver, bearing down can lower the heart rate even more. So guys, pag nag-stool softener ka, hindi ka magbababa ng heart rate mo. Tama ba? Kasi hindi matigas ang tae mo so you can easily bear down. So the heart rate will not go down, no? Correct? Yes. So that's the best answer. Guys, tingnan mo. Avoiding potassium-containing foods daw. Guys, remember ha, high potassium, hyperkalemia is equivalent to hypercardio. Hyperkalemia is hypercardio. Klaro ba? Yes. Ibig sabihin, guys, hindi bradydysrhythmia siya at risk. Kapag nag-avoid siya ng potassium-containing foods, you are avoiding hyperkalemia, you are avoiding hypercardio. So it's the opposite. It's you are avoiding high rate of the heart rate. Okay? You are avoiding high heart rate. So mali yan. Stop smoking and avoid caffeine. Anong sabi natin about stimulants? They will increase heart rate. Ano pinag-usapan? Bradydysrhythmia. So, mali. Guys, nitroglycerin for a slower heart rate. Guys, ang nitroglycerin mo, it's not for heart rate purposes. It is primarily a vasodilator. Claro? Yes. So, wrong ang Charlie. It says the wrong answer. The only correct answer is you use a stool softener so that you don't trigger the Valsalva maneuver, you don't bear down, you don't lower your heart rate. Claro? Even more. Kasi meron ka ng bradydysrhythmia. Claro? Yes. Perfect. Next, number 9 naman. A nurse is determining whether sinus rhythm strip demonstrates proper firing from the SA node. Which waveform indicates proper functioning of the SA node? Guys, unofficial question to. Tinatanong ka, alin dyan, SA node is properly functioning? Is it letter A, the QRS complex is present? Is it letter B, the PR interval is 0.24 seconds? Or letter C, a P wave precedes every QRS complex? Or letter D, sorry, the ST segment is elevated. The only correct answer is no other than, you should answer your Charlie. A P wave precedes every QRS segment. Klaro ba? Yes. Guys, did we say PQRST? Yes. Sabi natin the first wave, that's your PQRST. Guys, sabi natin ang P wave comes from the atrial contraction or atrial depolarization. Saan yan galing, guys? Sabi natin in your heart. Guys, this is the right, this is the left, this is the upper chamber atrium, this is the lower chamber ventricles. Nasaan ang SA node, the sinoatrial node? It's no other than here, in the right atrium. So, sino unang titibok? It's the right atrium or the atrium, the upper chamber. And the upper chamber is represented as atrial contraction. So guys, dapat the P wave is there. Every QRS, there is a P wave before a QRS. That will tell you the SA node is functioning or there's a proper firing, proper function. That's the only correct answer. QRS will tell you about the AV node. If nodes ang usapan dito, AV node yan. Klaro? Yes. Guys, PR interval is 0.24 seconds. Tell me, ano yung PR interval natin dapat? The P to the R. The P to the R. Guys, pinag-uusapan natin dito. Guys, dapat 0.12 seconds to 0.20. Klaro? Guys, otherwise, if it's more than 0.20, that's your heart block. So guys, Bravo is telling you about a heart block. 0.24 seconds. More than 0.20. Heart block yan. Klaro? Yes. Guys, ST segment is elevated. Ikaw na mag-isip. Ano yan? That's your STEMI. Your ST elevation, myocardial infarction. Okay? Hala ka. MI yan. Heart attack. Okay? Tama ba? Yes. Only correct answer is C. Next, number 10. The nurse is caring for Yula, who has advanced heart failure and develops asystole. Guys, the nurse corrects the new graduate when the graduate offers to perform which of the interventions. So, pag sinabing the nurse corrects, ibig sabihin, guys, may mali siyang ginawa. So, put an X. We're looking for the wrong answer. Asystole, cardiac standstill, flatline. Ano ang hindi mo dapat gawin? Tell me, defibrillate, CPR, atropine, oxygen. Okay, anong gagawin mo dyan? Ano ang pinakamali dyan, guys? O, piliin mo na ang pinakamali. Dapat ang sinagot mo, defibrillate. Okay? Mali. You will correct the new graduate if ginawa niya yan. If they offered to perform that. Okay? Guys, why? Asystole, is that the flat line? Yes. When you say defibrillation, defibrillate, you are removing a fibrillation. You are trying to interrupt an ugly, a chaotic heart rate. Okay, or heart rhythm, correct? Yes. So tell me, in an asystole, straight line, flat line, guys, is there a rhythm to disrupt? Wala. Is there a rhythm to correct? Wala. Why? Because there's no rhythm in the first place. Flatline lang yan. Correct ba? Yes. Kaya walang mangyayari ba? Nag-defibrillate ka dyan? Wala. Okay? Wala. So, mali yan. That's the one that you correct when a new graduate offers to do that. Guys, can you perform CPR? Yes. Can you continue and give your epinephrine 1:1,000 every 3 to 5 minutes? Yes. Can you administer atropine? That one is wrong, but the most wrong choice is defibrillation. Mas mali yan kaysa kay atropine. Klaro ba? Yes. Can you administer oxygen? Yes. Okay? That's the only correct answer. Letter A. Next, number 11. The nurse receives in report that Kazuha, who has a pacemaker, has experienced loss of capture. Guys, which situation is consistent with this? The pacemaker spike falls on the T wave. Guys, the pacemaker spikes are noted, but no P wave or QRS follows. Or the heart rate is 42 and no pacemaker spikes are seen on the rhythm strip. Or the client demonstrates hiccups. Alam mo to. The only correct answer is no other than, guys, bravo. May spikes pero walang P-wave or QRS. That's what you mean when you say loss of capture. Ibig sabihin, if there's spikes noted, the vertical straight lines, guys, on your PQRST, okay? PQRST. Pag may straight vertical line, ibig sabihin that's the pacemaker trying to capture the rhythm. In this case, before a P wave, so it's capturing the atrial contraction. So, pag may pacemaker spikes pero walang P wave, walang QRS segment, that's the definition of loss of capture. Ibig sabihin, walang kinapture na rhythm ang pacemaker mo, walang nangyaring pacemaker activity. Klaro? Yes. Guys, that's the best answer, ha? Letter B. The pacemaker spikes falls on the T wave is wrong. Hindi yan loss of capture, correct? Guys, the heart rate is 42 and no pacemaker spikes are seen on the ECG or the strip. Ibig sabihin, ang pacemaker mo hindi nagpa-function kasi dapat may pacemaker spikes, okay? Guys, that one is an outright malfunction. You report to the physician. Lalo na the heart rate is 42. Less than 60 beats per minute ba yan? Yes, report to the doctor yan, ha? Report to the doctor. The client demonstrates hiccups. Anong sabi natin? Hiccups is a sign of a lead displacement. Na-irritate niya ang phrenic nerve kasi wala na sa loob ng ventricles or ng atrium ang leads mo, kundi nasa phrenic nerve na malapit sa diaphragm. So that's the one you report. Klaro? Meaning niyan, lead displacement. Next, number 12. Which teaching is essential for Lumin, who has had pacemaker na permanent inserted? Guys, avoid talking on a cell phone. B, avoid contact sports and blows to the chest. Letter C, avoid sexual activities. Letter D, do not take tub baths. Tell me, the only correct answer is what? Bawal ang ano. Bawal ang contact sports ha, bugbugan, wrestling, boxing, bawal yan. Kasi nasa ng pacemaker mo guys, nasa left chest mo yan ha, under the fat tissue, dyan sa pectoralis mo. Klaro? Yes. So avoid contact sports or else ma-injure ka na, masira pa ang pacemaker mo. Klaro? Yes. Cellphone, pwede lang ba mag-usap sa phone? Basta ikaw ay 6 to 12 inches away. Klaro? Yes. Guys, pwede ka bang makipag-sex? Okay lang ba? Yes. Basta hindi contact sports ang sex nyo, walang problema. Okay? You can do that anytime, anywhere, any day. Guys, take a tub bath. Pwede lang ba maligo? Mag-bathtub. Okay lang ha, walang problema ha. Kasi nasa ilalim ng subcutaneous tissue mo guys, okay? Nasa ilalim na ng subcutaneous tissue mo. Pwede kang maligo, walang problema. Saan ka bawal? Sa mga may high electromagnetic field, okay? Bawal ka sa MRI pero pwede kang maligo. Pwede kang mag-tub bath, walang problema. Next, number 13. Zhongli's rhythm strip shows a heart rate of 76 beats per minute, one P wave occurring before each QRS, a PR interval measuring 0.24 seconds, and a QR complex measuring 0.08 seconds. How does the nurse interpret this rhythm strip? Letter A, normal sinus rhythm. Letter C, sinus bradycardia. Letter C, sinus rhythm with first-degree atrioventricular block. Or letter D, sinus rhythm with premature ventricular contractions. Ikaw na mag-isip. Guys, didn't we say that if the PR interval is more than 0.20 second, we consider first-degree heart block or heart block in general? Yes. So the best answer is what? Sinus rhythm with first degree heart block. Kasi ang sabi niya guys, dinescribe niya, there's 76 beats per minute. Does that fall well within the normal 60 to 100 beats per minute? Yes. So eliminate mo na ang nagsasabing sinus bradycardia kasi normal yan, within 60 to 100. The next one is, guys, may P wave every before QRS. So guys, perfect. May P wave, may QRS wave, perfect. Pero ang PR interval 0.24 seconds. Diyan tayo nagkamali. Okay? Kasi ventricular block yan. Heart block yan. Kasi more than 0.20 seconds. Sabi natin, dapat within lang 0.12 seconds to 0.20 seconds. Diba? So, pag memorize mo to, walang problema. Pag kabisado mo to, mahuhuli mo na heart block yan. Claro? Yes, the best answer is Charlie. Next, number 14. The nurse is teaching Fischl, who has a new permanent pacemaker, which statement by her indicates she needs for further discharge education. Ibig sabihin, mali ang sagot ni Fischl, guys. Letter A, I will be able to shower again soon. Letter B, I need to take my pulse every day. Letter C, I might trigger airport security metal detectors. Or letter D, I no longer need my heart pills. What's the only correct answer? Guys, the only correct answer is your what? Delta. Mali yan ha. Pag sinabi niya, I no longer need my heart pills. Guys, yung heart pills niya, kailangan niya pa rin ba yan? Yes, pacemaker lang ang nilagay para magkaroon lang ng maayos na pacing ang puso niya. Pero kung may mga problem siya or comorbid siya in the cardio, guys, for example, antihypertensives, okay? Kailangan niya pa rin ba yun? Yes, hindi niya pwedeng stop yun ha. Hindi pwede. Kasi binigyan lang siya ng pacemaker, taga-beat ng puso niya. Pero hindi ibig sabihin no na okay na 100% ng puso niya, okay? Guys, for example, pag may mga aspirin siya, clopidogrel kasi nagkaroon siyang MI dati, tapos ngayon may pacemaker siya, hindi pwedeng i-stop niya ang heart pills niya ha, just because may pacemaker siya. So that's the one with the wrong or the need for further discharge instruction na statement ng pasyente mo. Maling-mali yan kasi kailangan niya pa rin ng heart pills niya. Kara ba? Yes. I will be able to shower again soon. Perfect. Do they need to take their pulse every day? Yes. In fact, they have to keep a heart rate diary, di ba? Doon may diary sila for the everyday logging of their pulse. Guys, I might trigger airport security metal detectors. Did we say yes? Yes, di ba? Kaya nga sabi natin, bawal ka sa mga security ones. Di ba? You can detect, pwede mong matrigger yon. And then, pag magdaan ka sa mga airport security metal detectors, sabihan mo ha, you have the pacemaker ID, you show it to them. That you have a pacemaker, that's why nadedetect yun doon. Klara ba? Yes. Guys, mga airport security detectors, guys, yun sila. Are they mostly pacemaker friendly? Yes, most of them pacemaker friendly na. Okay? So yan ha, the best answer is Delta. Next, number 15. A nurse is caring for Mona, who has unstable angina and whose cardiac monitor shows ventricular tachycardia. Ano to? Naulit ata. Naulit. Bonus. Which of the following is appropriate to implement first? Ventricular tachycardia, you know the drill. Guys, do you defibrillate using 200 joules? Do you check the client for a pulse? Do you cardiovert at 50 joules? Or do you give your ibutidil or curvert? Alam mo na 'to, buti na lang iba yung isang choice, okay? The only correct answer is bravo, check the client for a pulse. Kasi may dalawang ventricular tachycardia ba? Yes, with a pulse and the pulseless. If it's with a pulse, the next thing you do is you should cardiovert immediately. If it's pulseless, the next thing you do is to defibrillate immediately. Correct? Tapos ang usapan. Next, number 16. The nurse obtains a 6-second rhythm strip and charts the following analysis for Goro. Atrial rate, 70, irregular. Ventricular rate, 40, regular. QRS, 0.04 seconds. No relationship between P waves and QRS complexes. Atria and ventricles beating independently of each other. Guys, parang alam na natin kung ano yon. Which of the following will be our correct interpretation of the rhythm strip? Sige, tell me daw, what's that? Guys, tell me, is it a sinus dysrhythmia? May ganun ba? Eliminate mo na yan. Nakakainis makita. Sinus dysrhythmia. Walang ganun ha. Guys, third degree heart block? Is it the Wenckebach phenomenon? Or is it the premature ventricular contraction? Ikaw na mag-isip. Guys, sabi natin, no, pag meron kang third degree heart block, ang atrium and ventricles mo, blocked na sila. Friendship over na sila. Sabi dito guys, oh, they're already living independently of each other. Dapat ba ang atrium and ventricle mo, should they be coordinated? Yes. In this case, they are no longer coordinated. That's the one that you say a third degree heart block. Klaro ba? Yes. Guys, sabi, oh, meron kang P waves. Mas marami kaysa sa QRS waves mo. Your atrial rate, 70. Your ventricular rate, 40. Kung normal yan, dapat kung 70 ang atrium, 70 din ang ventricle. So, ibig sabihin dito guys, oh, sinama mo pa, atrial and ventricle beating independently. Okay? So, that's your third degree heart block. Guys, Wenckebach, that's your Mobitz 1 or your type 1, no? That's your Mobitz 1 type 1 na second degree heart block. Yan naman, ano nakikita mo dyan? Prolonging PR interval. Humahaba ang PR interval hanggang sa magkaroon ng drop beat. Correct? Yes, that's your Wenckebach phenomenon. Premature ventricular contraction is not that. Yung premature ventricular contraction mo, you have a perfect PQRST pero may dagdag na mga susulpot-sulpot na QRS complexes or ventricular complexes. Correct? Yes. Next, number 17. The nurse is watching the cardiac monitor and Ayaka's rhythm suddenly changes. There are no P waves. Instead, there are fine, wavy lines between the QRX complexes. The QRX complexes measure 0.08 narrow, but they occur irregularly with a rate of 120 beats per minute. The nurse correctly interprets that this rhythm is which of the following? Ano yan? Guys, ang mag-focus ka dito is ito. Ang sabi dito, walang P waves. Pero there are fine wavy lines between the QRS complexes. And the beat is more than 120 beats per minute. Tell me, number 1, letter A, is it a sinus tachycardia? Letter B, atrial fibrillation? Letter C, ventricular fibrillation? Or letter D, ventricular tachycardia? Eliminate mo na ang sinus tachycardia. The only correct answer here is no other than atrial fibrillation. Okay? Why did we say atrial fibrillation and not your ventricular or ventricular fibrillation or ventricular tachycardia? Guys, dun pa lang, no P waves. Walang P waves. So, is it a P wave problem? Yes. P-wave problem. Tapos may perfect QRS complex ba? Yes. So, dyan parang sa perfect QRS complex, eliminate mo lang ang ventricular fibrillation at ventricular tachycardia. Walang ventricular problem. But an atrial problem, is it present? Yes, because of the no P-wave, pero fine wavy lines in between QRS complex. Kumbaga, may fine defibrillatory lines ka before the QRS complex. So that's your what? Atrial fibrillation. Klaro ba? Yes. Perfect. That's your number 17. Guys, number 18 naman tayo. For which of the following dysrhythmias is defibrillation primarily indicated for thoma? Guys, letter A, ventricular fibrillation, or letter B, third degree AV block, or letter C, uncontrolled atrial fibrillation, or letter D, ventricular tachycardia with a pulse. Saan ka mag-defibrillate? Basta may V, pwedeng i-defi. The only correct answer, alpha. The rhythm of arrest, ventricular fibrillation. Guys, pag sinabing ventricular tachycardia with a pulse, that's not what you defibrillate. Yan, kina-cardiovert mo yan. Klaro? Ang dinedefibrillate natin, yung pulseless. Yan yung rhythm of arrest natin. Kasi no pulse, no breathing. So, pulseless ventricular tachycardia is the one we defibrillate. Guys, third degree heart block, ang ginagawa natin dyan as management, did we say that we can give your atropine sulfate? Yes. Did we also say we can transcutaneously pace that using the defibrillator machine? Yes. Guys, pag mag-transcutaneous pacing tayo, dapat ba ang defibrillator machine naka-pacer mode? Yes. Or naka-pace mode? Yes. Or naka-pacing mode? Yes. And then when you do that, do you need to turn off your oxygen tank? Yes. Or else, pwede bang sumabog kayong lahat dyan sa room? Yes. Guys, the next one, do you have to sedate the patient? Yes, kasi you're going to deliver tiny electrical shocks diretso sa chest ng patient to pace the heart. Yes, so dapat sedated because it's gonna be uncomfortable and painful. Claro? Yes. Guys, that's it, no? And then the last resort, if hindi pa rin nag-work sa third degree AV block, the last resort, can we put a pacemaker on the heart? Yes, to permanently or temporarily pace the heart, no? While the pacemaker is there? Yes, correct. Okay? Guys, uncontrolled atrial fibrillation, anong gagawin na dyan? Cardiovert na ba yan? Yes. Okay, last resort, cardiovert. Sabi, uncontrolled cardiovert. Okay, klaro? Yes. Next, number 19. To determine whether there is a delay in impulse conduction through the atria for yaw-yaw, the nurse will measure the duration of the patient's P wave, Q wave, PR interval, QRS complex. And you are correct. As a top notcher, the only correct answer is alpha. P wave. Huwag mong i-overthink ha. Baka iniisip mo, delay in the impulse conduction. Ang sinagot mo, PR interval. Guys, saan daw may delay in the impulse conduction para sure ka na wala? Saan? Through the atria. So, sa atria, guys, dapat sa atria, perfect ang conduction. Dapat ang makikita mo, perfect P wave. Guys, pag sinabi mong PR interval, dapat perfect P to QR. S. P to R. Yan yung tinitingnan mo. So guys, P to the R, is that the atrium to the ventricles? Yes. So sangkot na si ventricles dito guys sa PR interval. Ang tanong lang sa'yo, through the atria lang, in the atria, doon lang. So saan yan? P-wave lang ba ang concern? Yes. So P-wave lang ba dapat ang sagot? Yes. Okay, that's the only correct answer. Pag sinabing QRS complex, that's the conduction through the ventricles naman ang usapan. Okay, ventricles. Okay, P to R, atria to ventricles. Correct? Yes, don't overthink. Okay, just take the question as it is. Okay, you can do it. Guys, next last number 20. Ano ito? Mayroon na namang rhythm. Guys, ang tanong, the nurse is caring for Ayaka who has developed the rhythm in the photo. She is stable, wow, with a blood pressure of 120/76 and a heart rate of 180 beats per minute. Which initial intervention should the nurse anticipate? Guys, pili ka, initial intervention. Do you give amiodarone IV? Do you do synchronized cardioversion? Do you do vagal maneuver? Or do you give epinephrine? Ang only correct answer is no other than perfect pag sinagot, vagal maneuver. Guys, tell me, identification of the rhythm first. Do you have your P? Wala. May QRS ba? And then T? QRS tapos T? Yes. Anong sabi natin kapag absent ang P wave, guys? That's no other than your what? SVT, supraventricular tachycardia. Correct? Yes. So, anong gagawin mo? Since it's a supraventricular tachycardia, to slower the heart rate, the first, kasi ang sabi, initial intervention. The first thing you do is no other than vagal maneuver. In vagal maneuver, is that the same when you say vagal stimulation? Yes, it's that the same when you say you are stimulating the vagus nerve, cranial nerve number 10. Yes. Tell me guys, when you're doing vagal stimulation or vagal maneuver, is that your carotid massage? Yes. Is that you're bearing down on a closed glottis as if having a stool, or having a stool as if having a poop session? Yes. Is that coughing forcefully? Ahem. 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 Hanggang sa mawala ang SVT or ang tachycardic rhythm? Yes. Guys, is that also your cold stimulus? Your face in the bowl of ice? Yes. Those are all vagal maneuver. Yan ang initial first action. Klaro? Yes. Amiodarone, di mo yan ibibigay unless refractory ang SVT. Klaro? Guys, can you do cardiovert? Last resort na yan. Klaro? Epinephrine, do not give that. Mas tataas ang heart rate sa epinephrine. Okay? So the only correct answer is letter C, vagal maneuver. That's all. Hope you learned. Bye!